Happy Valentine's Day, that we remember on February the 14th. We'll remember St. Valentine, the patron saint of lovers and loved ones, not to mention beekeepers and epilepsy. But is he still a saint? And welcome to the Brac Shop. Now, this is actually a platform for the esoteric, comprising of the paranormal, the spiritual, the unexplained, which I believe will all be answered by quantum physics one day. And I'm Tom from the shop. St. Valentine, the patron saint of lovers, also bees and epilepsy as well. But it's celebrated on February the 14th. St. Valentine. But is he really a saint? Now, if you like this episode, do tell your friends and share it, and also like and subscribe as well. Now, we celebrate St. Valentine's Day on February the 14th, and that's because he is a saint, but he's no longer on the Roman Catholic calendar. And that's the Roman Catholic liturgical calendar. That's the calendar where they celebrate all the saints. And there's quite a few saints, as you probably are aware. And each day, well, on the saints' days, they actually do a mass for the saints and pray to them and worship them. However, St. Valentine is no longer on that calendar. St. Valentine actually became a saint in the 5th century by Pope Gelasius, and he was on the Roman Catholic calendar. Now, why was he taken off? Well, there's a few different St. Valentines. In fact, there's about 2, if not about a dozen. There's quite a few from different areas, and the one that we actually think of as St. Valentine, well, there's about 2 around the same period, but they were both executed on the 14th of February in the 3rd century. Now, people say he was a bishop in Interamna, if I said that correctly. Today, it's now known as Terni, the Bishop of Terni today. And he's also confused a bit, and we actually think he could be the same person. But the other one is a Roman priest. Now, the emperor at the time didn't allow soldiers to marry. He wanted his soldiers to be single because he thought they made them better fighters. So he didn't allow any soldiers to get married. But some soldiers wanted to be married, and St. Valentine actually went ahead and married them. So he was arrested and sent to prison. And there's also a further detailed story of him who actually brought sight to his jailer's daughter. And this is where we get the idea of the Valentine's cards. And when he was taken off to be executed, he actually left a note to the jailer's daughter after he brought back her sight. And he signed it, "Your Valentine." And that's where we sort of like start to get the idea of the Valentine letters, although nothing of that actually ever happened until centuries later. And like the other St. Valentine, he was executed on the 14th of February. Now, there's a few other different Valentines, as I said. It's about a dozen. They're the most 2 common ones. Now, because of the miracle of giving sight to the jailer's daughter and a few other reasons, Pope Gelasius made him a saint in the 5th century. And of course, lots of people pray to him and worship him for love and remember him on February the 14th, St. Valentine's Day, the day of love or lovers. However, he's not on the Roman Catholic calendar anymore. Now, back in 1969, Pope Paul VI thought the calendar was getting too crowded. There was too many saints. So he wanted to clean it up. And basically, he took off St. Valentine's because there wasn't actual real substance of who he was. There wasn't enough proof of which Valentine was the St. Valentine, so he took him off. And he's not the only one. There's about 93 saints that were removed from the calendar, including St. Christopher and St. Catherine, although St. Catherine was brought back in 2002. So we may pray to St. Valentine, and the Catholic Church considers him a saint. He's not actually worshipped or venerated by the Church on 14th of February. So there you have it. We still pray to St. Valentine's, but, well, the Catholic Church doesn't actually say a mass for him on Valentine's Day. If you've liked this episode, please tell your friends, share it, click the like button, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and press the bell. And that way you won't miss out on any of my other episodes when I release them. So I hope you have a good Valentine's Day, and you'll join us next time. So until then, stay well and happy. See you soon.